Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of your daily gaming news and all that good stuff. So let's get started. Today I'm not going to cover the yet today, at least in this video, I'll not cover yet the Microsoft thing they did yesterday. I think I will do a separate video because I still have to watch the live stream because I didn't. I was asleep when this thing happened. But I will try to do a separate video today, maybe covering that what interested me more and with more details. Today we have good news. Discord enables AV1 streaming for GeForce RTX 40 GPUs. Gerardo Delgado, the guy that announced the GeForce eye contact, it's a weird thing with the eyes on camera. You can look at the script, not looking at the camera, and the software just put you looking at the camera. It's very weird. But regardless, now Discord will start supporting 4K 60 FPS at 8 megabytes per second in AV1 codec, which is way better than even the H265 and 264. Of course, 264 is an old one codec. It's the first major one supporting, and it's not limited to only people that have this kind of codec support. Of course, it will be transcoded to another from another codecs. Not usually it's the 264 for people that are watching the stream. We are still waiting for support, for, at least in Discord, for streaming to receive from the AMD and the Arc Intel GPUs, because they also can stream and they support it. They have hardware for AV1 encoding. And also, we just hope YouTube, Twitch, and all those big guys start to adopt this thing. I think they might, at least YouTube, I think, supports if you upload a video. In AV1, I think they can transcode it if necessary for other codecs. I'm not sure. I'm sure that AV1 streaming is not supported yet. But hopefully in the near future, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 months maximum, we'll start seeing, because the new GPUs will start getting more in the market, so there is more people with hardware that supports the AV1 codec natively, and it should be more easy for the platforms to justify in terms of cost, for them to do that initial investment of supporting everything on the servers and everything, because it will, in the long term, it will be better, because in the same megabytes per second, let's suppose here 8 megabytes per second, the quality of the content in a H264 or 265, it's the quality is worse than the AV1 per se. The compression of the AV1, it's so good that it seems that you have like a very higher quality bitrate on what it is at the end. The files, of course, will be smaller when you record in AV1 codec, and this is good news. I just hope as soon as possible they will start to do this, because it is, at least for people like me that record a lot of videos, and even for like my usual gameplay series, usually it's like 1 hour, sometimes 1 hour and a half videos. If you put it in a normal codec like a 264 H264, it's a big file, especially if it is like in the file format a Matroska file. It's so huge, sometimes you don't have hard drive for that. But okay, good news. Let's keep going. Gamers beware, there are some minors. We recovered the Radeon 6800 and 6900 XT cards from a miner in Germany. I think it's very localized, because because I think the guy just tried to clean the GPUs. Basically were cleaned the same way. It had the same issue. Supposedly they were stored in a very damp place, so humidity was on the chips, and then when people start turning on and the GPU started to ramp up the workload, it started cracking all the chips. But now we have a new thing. This is from Brazil. Iskandar Souza This guy is also a repair board, and he starts seeing a lot of people just painting the memories on in blacker, which usually it's like a scam for second-hand market, because miners, when the GPU is in high loads for very long periods of time, the white letters, usually it's everything is in white, they start getting a yellow tint, and also on the boards themselves, as you can see in this image, they start getting a yellow tint because of the heat. Also here on the chips here, and now they are starting to try to cover up with some paint, so they seem more newer per se, or less used than they are. I will leave here. I think this is in Portuguese, in my native language, so I don't know if there are captions, but basically this is the main thing happening, at least in Brazil. But beware, in second-hand market, I think it's the most secure thing is you meet the perfect condition is you meet the people, you get your hardware, you can basically test the hardware on location, and if everything goes right and they have the possibility of testing, at least visual inspection, see everything is okay, nothing finicky happening, he has all the labels, suppose it's the perfect condition. But we know that not this situation that is not always possible, so that's why I usually avoid buying certain things in second-hand market, because you never know. Usually single people, normal people usually don't try to do this. Like they have like for example, a GPU they want to buy a new one. If the old one is working, usually there is no issues here. It might happen, but now with this GPU stuff, the mining stuff going down on, and they are trying to sell all the mainly GPUs, it's good. I think it's going to happen a lot. So beware when you are buying a second-hand market. Maybe try to check if the seller has more listings, and if he has like a lot of listing of the same thing, beware, it might be like a GPU miner guy that is trying to get rid of their stock to get some money out of it. But basically this is it. I'll leave, of course, the links in the description of the articles. There is like this game, changing gears here, the day before, for PCs late until 10th of November, which is like an open world survival, like similar to Rust, I think, but with better visuals. I think it didn't caught, the only thing that caught my interest is because I don't know if it's an excuse or at least the reason they said they are going to have to delay it because copyright stuff regarding the game itself, the name, the day before. I don't know. I just hope. I'm always open to try like an open world survival game. I tried at the time when they came out, The Division. It seemed kind of okay. I made some streams with the beta stuff at the time, but it kind of was disappointing to me. It's when things start to get like a grind fest for me, I just get out, because I'm not wasting my time grinding for the same thing, and basically have a slot machine mechanic there for me to grind the same level and try to get a better thing here. For that, I prefer to grind myself in like Elden Ring or Dark Souls. It's the story is even better, and it's my preference. So, but yeah, not much here today, unless except for this gaming deal, Prey, the digital deluxe edition, around about $6, which is a good deal. Very underrated game. I enjoy very much this game, and I really it's one of the ones that I always, if people have the possibility to buy this on sale or even full price, I always do tell people to play this game. It's very, very good. You just not need. This is a very underrated game because all the mechanics and the open worldness of this, it's very unique. It's a shame that they have to name it Prey, because this could be another name for the game, but at the time they had to use this name because reasons of the big boss there. And I'll wrap up for this one. I'll see if I can manage to do a cover of the Developers Direct for Microsoft yesterday in a separate video. And I'm going to wrap up with my GoGetFundMe for me to upgrade my PC to get better and more content for my private clients. And of course, on my free spare time, continue to do these videos in better quality and do some scripted videos and some gameplay series. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.